Here we go now.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Happy Sunday. We got people watching from Bronx, New York. We have people watching from Albany, New York. It's probably cold up there. It's actually pretty warm in comparison to what it's been. It's balmy in comparison. It's 35 degrees right now here in New York City. As you know, we've been dealing with the teens around the country. People have been dealing with even lower temperatures. New Orleans got a snowstorm. Florida got a snowstorm. Look, here we are. If you guys missed it, I did update this damn thumbnail for today's Love and Marriage Huntsville recap literally 10 times. Even up until right before now, I was like, oh, wait, I want to add this. You know, this is how I get to be creative, okay? The thumbnails, the sound bites, all the things.
I love you.
Okay? This is how I get to, this is my creative outlet. Some people sing or try to sing. Some people write, okay? All right, some people paint. This is what I do.
I love you.
All right?
So nasty.
And that's what happened.
So rude.
Happy Sunday, guys. I hope you are having a fantastic weekend. Shout out to Washington, D.C., the DMV area, and Baltimore. Shout out to those of you that flew in from Chicago, from other parts. Some people flew from New York City to come to this show. I just want to say thank you to everyone that showed up and showed out in DC yet again for another sold out show at Union Stage. Shout out to Union Stage. Shout out to Stacey Rush from Real Housewives of Potomac for coming through. This is why, look, we didn't have to put anyone on the bill to sell out. However, you just never know. DC, you deserved that little surprise. And wasn't she lovely? Wasn't Stacey Rush lovely? She's an Aries woman, so you already know I like her. I have a lot of Aries women around. A lot. It's almost ridiculous. I feel like they're stalking me at this particular point.
I am the fifth member. How about that?
We haven't used that in such a long time. I finally got my soundboard up here. Okay. Anyways, so Stacey Rush came through, answered a lot of questions that she could. Look, for those that wanted her to drop a lot of tea, she wasn't going to do that because, of course, she has a contract. She has a reunion coming up. However, I felt like she did say a lot without saying a lot. Okay, don't forget, guys, tomorrow we will be recapping Real Housewives of Potomac and Married to Medicine for our Black Mondays. That's what we're going to call it. Black Mondays here on the channel. So make sure you're subscribed and make sure your notifications are on. And Amanda says she is gorgeous in person. Yes, and tall. Tall. So shout out to Stacey Rush. I'll talk more about this in a podcast exclusive and just talking about like my reaction and everything like that to the show. But shout out to all of you that came out to the show. We had a fantastic time in Washington, D.C., and I definitely have to come back. And maybe I'll just come back like during the summer months where it's warmer and everybody can come out. So many of you, though, that missed our first show in D.C. said, oh, I missed the first show, but I couldn't make, but I wanted to definitely come to this one. I was like, damn, because when I looked out to the crowd, I was like, damn, is this a fire issue right now? There was so many people at our Washington, D.C. show. So shout out to all of you. for coming. I appreciate the love and support and hearing all of your stories on how long you've been following the channel, what the channel means to you, what the community means to you. Some of you made new friends. This is why I always tell you, for those that are coming to the New York City show next month, if you haven't got your tickets, go get your tickets. There's also a live stream option exclusively for this show. Okay? So don't be afraid to come to a show by yourself or with yourself, as I like to say, because there's so many people that do come to the Kempire After Dark live experience with themselves and they end up making friends. Sometimes lifelong friends. Just saying. Okay. Which just says, okay, but you're home now in NYC, Kemp. Laughing out loud. I'm coming to the New York City show. You better come to the New York City show, Winter. Did you come to the last two?
I sorry. I love you.
I had to put it in there. Sometimes the voice is not as ready for it. All right. So, okay, let's get into Love and Marriage Huntsville. As you know, last week I posted on our community tab on YouTube that I would not be recapping episode 12. I'll briefly talk about episode 12 in this recap just for relevancy. However, the reason why I didn't recap it is because I watched it and I was just like, and I even made a thumbnail ready to recap it. And I just said, I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling the episode. And here's the thing. There were a lot of sad moments in episode 12. Okay. And I feel for Nell as someone that has lost close people in my life over the last few years. I understand. I think the problem for us as viewers and longtime viewers of Love and Marriage Huntsville, we're not so connected to this family and to these characters as we are to like the original people that started this show. Because a lot of these folks are very, very brand new. So I think a lot of us are watching it and we feel sorry for Nell losing her mom because, you know, a lot of people can relate to it. And a lot of people probably could relate to watching it. It just was sort of like, okay, this was very sad. And I was just like, okay. And then what else did they talk about in that episode before we got to the fight between Trisha and Melody at the end? Oh, Trisha, wait, at the top of the episode, Trisha talks to her kids about, you know, what's going on with Marquez and that they're getting a divorce. The kids are very well adjusted. They seem like the most sensible people, even more so than Marquez and Trisha and Ken. Oh, I can't wait to talk about that last scene. We'll get there though. I won't forget. Trust me. So apparently Trisha, when asked about getting remarried, she's just like, well, no, not anytime soon. But when we get to episode 13 and she's talking with Ken, it's sort of like Trisha is actually slick. Like she is a wolf in sheep's clothing. But we've been slowly but surely getting to see that based on things that we've sort of caught her out there in regards to lies. Now I'm looking at her like, you make people not want to trust people like you, thinking that you're sweet and kind and innocent. You're not. You're not innocent at all. So you're just dragging this man. And I understand, look, I understand she literally is just getting out of this divorce from Marquez. So of course you're not going to want to jump into another marriage. But I feel like you've been telling Ken something else. Because he's been telling you like he wants to marry you. He wants to marry you. I've been saying, I feel like, Ken has martyr syndrome. We're going to talk about that too. Nell in episode 12 meets up with Trisha and they talk about what she's gone through. Apparently she had told Marquez he went off to go find himself. Okay. He went off to go find himself and she was okay with that. And she also talks about, we already knew this, about her losing her mom, her dad, her sister, and her sister dying in her arms. And she says that, some of the insensitive things that Marquez said to her about her and her family's relationship. And I believe he said it. So Nell's there to comfort her and be there for her. Fine. Okay. Then we have a scene in episode 12 where Nell goes to her mom's grave. So we have this like the whole scene of Nell with her kids and Chris and things like that. Very sad. The edit was interesting. I will say that because I was sort of like, what is happening right now? Lady Ash says, Kempire, they are still married. Yeah, we've talked about how Trish and Marquez are still married. Did I say they're divorced? Well, she signed the divorce papers, but she has not turned them in. I don't get it, but it makes more sense by the end of episode 13 that maybe we've been saying this, maybe she really does not want to get a divorce from Marquez. Okay, I'm trying to understand. LB says Trisha is a player. Yeah. Those be the ones. Ooh. One nurse, Courtney, says she's been giving sneaky vibes with her lying voice. What do you mean? I guess you should never trust anyone that talks through their teeth because what are they hiding? What exactly should? I'm not the problem. You're the problem. That's Lord, and she really the lockjaw was lockjawing in episode 12 and 13. Winter says that Trisha is a Virgo, y'all. I rest my case. Oh my God, wait. Now I have too many sound things. I'm like, ooh, where's my other one? Where's that one?
You are vile. You're recording us?
She recorded it.
Sorry. I'm playing with my toys, okay? Damn, Ye says that she is a 304. And for those that don't understand that, flip it around. Anyways. Miss King says she signed something. At this point, we don't know. Yeah, but she had a whole person come there and notarize it. But she says that she hasn't turned it in. Vita says that, hey, Kempire. Hey, Vita. Vita says, episode 13 was better. Ken has a hero complex, which we talked about. Martell is abusive and manipulative, and Melody needs to get away from these people. Thanks for summing it up. Vita just summed it up, so now I can go. No. All right. So at the end of episode 12, Trisha and Melody go to Nell's bachelorette party. Okay, she's not a bachelorette, but she never had a bachelorette party. Destiny is throwing it. I'm sorry. Dusty, it was definitely giving Dusty this party. You have the strippers sitting there just sort of like this as everyone comes in. Shouldn't the strippers sort of be there like doing something? I'm just sort of like they're just sitting here like this on the stools as everyone's arriving. Okay. It wasn't giving sexy. It wasn't giving bachelor party. And where exactly was this venue? The venue was giving storefront. It wasn't giving bachelorette party. It was giving, we went to the now defunct closed Madani, and we're going to have a bachelorette party. So everyone arrives, including Melody. Melody was giving fresh face. Melody did not have a lick of makeup on. Buko says, love your content from South Africa. What's going on, South Africa? Shout out to everyone in South Africa. I will be going live at some point. I don't know if it will be today, but some point this week to talk about the remaining episodes of Young, Famous, and African. While I was in DC in my hotel, I was watching them at night. So I'm almost fully done. Okay. Winter says that Dusty throwing anything means hood spot. Look, I don't want to do that because the people that were throwing it look like kind individuals. This just did not seem a place where you would throw a bachelorette party, in my opinion. Okay. Yay, I'm not going to even pull that up because I don't know if that's true. Is that true? What Ye said in the live chat and the replay crew, just look at the live chat. You always get the live chat replay. Yay, is that true? I don't want to say that. Nope, not doing it. Nope. Not doing that today. So Trisha and Melody get into it. And I've watched that back and forth between them multiple times, trying to understand what the actual issue is. And I blame Melody. Melody gave this woman relevance by even, questioning her about her relationship with Martell. But I really still do not understand the issue. But I also don't understand why Trisha was giving all this energy in her confessionals to the other women when it comes to Melody. And you weren't giving that same energy in person. And then when you're in person with her, you're like, oh, I don't have an issue. But there apparently seems to be some sort of issue. I don't get it. But I also don't get the beef on either side. I don't get why Melody doesn't see it for Trish unless Melody saw the dailies, meaning like she saw some of what Trish was saying about her. But she also heard what Kimmy brought to her. So they end up having a back and forth at this party. And Destiny's like, okay, the energy is shifted. We don't need to do this. This is for Nell's thing. And Melody was like, Nell ain't here yet. But here's the thing with Trisha. Trisha likes to act big and bad, and especially in her confessionals and with the other women. But when she's in front of Melody, it's very different. But she did try to, look, the locked door was tight. She was like, I ain't got a problem. I was like, what is going on right now? But again, I'm still trying to understand, what exactly are we arguing about? Are we arguing about Martell? Doubt it. Are we arguing about something else? I didn't understand what was happening between the two of them in that argument. Literally played it over and over again. I said, so if you guys don't have a problem with each other, the energy was giving that you have a problem with each other. But again, if you watch, remember, as the audience, we've seen the confessionals, we've seen how Trisha was taking shots and talking real slick about Melody to the other women and trying to act all big and bad. She loves to be like, even in episode 13, when she goes to the wedding, she's like, oh, I had a pep talk. I don't know who the pep talk was with, because it wasn't with Ken, because apparently they were fighting at that particular point. Oh, I had to get a pep talk before things went left today. Let things go left. You talk big and bad. Look, you talk big and bad through your teeth all the damn time. Let's see it go left, because you got a lot of things to say, and I don't think that Trisha is equipped to, not physically, because we're grown, we're not fighting. I don't think that Trisha is mentally equipped to go sparring with Melody Cherie Rogers, Habit. I don't think she is mentally equipped. She barely can argue with Ken, who we already know ain't mentally equipped to go sparring verbally with anyone. So if she can't spar with him, you know damn well that Trisha can't spar with Melody. Come on, can we talk? I know it's Sunday, but damn. So even in that conversation, that's probably why I was confused. What are we arguing about? What are you mad at Melody for? Melody, what are you mad at Trisha for? But Trisha can't get her words together to really say anything. She's just like, and I'm like, girl. Girl. The Tay says that she stumbles over her words a lot. Is that what we call that? Stumbling over her words? That is very kind of you. I didn't see words coming out. I was like, what is happening right now? And literally, I probably shouldn't have done this to myself in episode 12, try and rewatch this conversation over and over again. But I tried because I have to come back here and relay it to you guys that don't watch the episode. So it's like, so what exactly happened? What is the beef between Trisha and Melody? I'm going to tell you right now, we don't know. There really is no beef. There is no beef. Okay? Every time I see Melody, and here's the thing. Every time I see even Melody asking her questions about Martell, I think Melody is being a producer in those moments. Do I really believe that Melody cares if anything happened between Trisha and Martell? I really don't think she cares. I really do believe that Melody has moved on past Martell. I do believe that there was a point that Melody still wanted to try and work things out in her marriage and had feelings for Martell, but I think we are far past that. Far past it. So I think some of the things where it comes across like, Melody, you still care. You still talking about Martell, but I don't think that. I think Melody really is just doing that for the cameras and for producing an entertaining show. That is my thought. You guys may have other thoughts. I really don't think that Melody still has the hots for Martell. But after episode 13, just when I thought Martell might have finally moved on from Melody, I was reminded he has not. He has not moved on. Come on, wait. Woo, woo, woo. I'm reminded that he has not moved on at all.
I sorry. I love you.
Speaking of I sorry, I love you. Destiny. So Sunny arrives at the bachelorette party, and Destiny, of course, already is like, ugh. What I will give Destiny is if she has to get into a verbal argument with someone other than Melody, she's able to really kind of go there, because there were a few times when she got into an argument with Sunny that I was like, oh, what? Okay. Summer says Melody doesn't want Martell. But you know that narrative is going to be out there. So it's important for me to be like, I don't think that she wants to be with Martell. It may appear that way on the show, but I think that Melody is really trying to produce in that moment. And normally we don't like our reality TV personalities producing. However, this season she did a hell of a job. Season 8 and season 9 when it comes to the girls' trip and navigating those conversations. All right, let's talk about episode 13, because I just wanted to kind of literally talk a little bit about episode 12. We didn't recap it last week because it was that bad. All right. So before we do that, let me just say thank you for the super chat, Danielle, and thank you for being a member. Danielle says she can barely get the words out her mouth, meaning Trisha, LaTrisha. Her jawline is too strong. Okay, bye. Sorry, not sorry. Look, I think she's a beautiful woman. I'm not going to sit here and act as if LaTrisha is a bad-looking woman. She's not. She's beautiful. Her personality is not the best. It's lackluster. It's not great for reality television. And when I say that, Trisha, that's actually a compliment. If you're not good for reality television, it means that you're a normal human being. Okay? Which is fine. But and she does have a strong jawline, but she's beautiful. I'm not going to take that away from her. She may not be my favorite on the show, but I'm not going to sit here and act as if Trisha's not a beautiful woman, doesn't have a banging body. But look, the words, okay? Hold on. Katrina says that Scorpios are difficult people, so you got to be strong and confident to argue and challenge a Scorpio. Sad, but true. Some of y'all keep saying that I come for Scorpios all the time. I really do not come for you. You Scorpios are being very sensitive. You are on your Drake mode right now, y'all. Maybe there's something happening in the astrological alignments right now. I need to ask Fem Tarot, because the Scorpios are being very sensitive lately in the chat. They're like, you always come for us, Kempire. And I'm like, more than Virgos? More than Cancers? More than Pisces? Really? Camilla. Beautiful, though, Camilla. Camilla says, is Ken single now? What are you asking for yourself, Camilla? Miss Morris says, what happened to Stormi? What's up? If you DC, who came to the Washington DC show? Because there's always something that happens that I don't plan for the show. You know, I have my ideas of what I want to talk about, but something happened backstage with Taria in regards to the body glaze. So I brought it out because I had things to say after reading the label on the body glaze. I'm not going to talk about it here. Okay, I guess I will talk about it here because you missed the show already. So this is what you missed. So I was like, oh, is the body glaze good? Taria told me, yes, the body glaze is great. She put it on her skin. I was like, fine, it looks good. So I said, let me see, is it all natural? Because, you know, I'm in my skincare bag and I like to use natural products. So I look at the label, and look, the label's very small, but then when I finally get to read the ingredients, and it's a freaking riddle.
I am the fifth member. How about that?
No, it's a riddle. I still, to this day, I had other people backstage looking. Can you find the ingredients on this thing? It is a freaking riddle. Like, once upon a time in a valley far, far away, we made this body glaze. And I said, that's not ingredients. Is this approved by the FDA? I mean, I saw it on Taria's skin and I said, ooh, it looks good. That's great. But of course, I want to know what I'm putting on my body. So I'm trying to read it and I'm like, wait, I was like, Taria, this is a riddle. What is it you're putting on your skin? And then we had jokes. You gonna grow a third breast. 'Cause it was like, what is going on? Does anyone? I guess do I have to go to the website? No, you're supposed to put the ingredients on the packaging. Okay, y'all let me know because I want to know what's in it. Lawson. Lawson has been with the channel a long time. It was a time. Lawson says, I miss that sound. Oh, a time that was. Yeah. Yeah, I am the fifth member. Hold on, wait, where is it? Damn.
I am the fifth member. How about that?
Yeah, I might have to remove it though. Anyway, so Stormi wasn't there. What's up? So, I mean, but apparently she's doing very well on TikTok. Everyone loves the body glaze, but go read those instructions because I was looking. Okay. Okay, let's move on. Okay, hold on. Judy says, I have a couple of glaze, all have ingredients lists. Wait, of Stormi's body glaze, Judy? Judy's watching on TikTok. Because the one that Taria had did not. Okay, I was like, wait a minute. Oh, and it has the ingredients on it. Well, the one that Taria had a riddle. Taria, did you get a bootleg version of the body glaze? Just asking. Okay, wait. Free Spirit says the ingredients are listed in the TikTok shop, but it's not on the actual container. Okay. User 486 says, ordered the body glaze one time, not impressed, and never ordered again. I have to say, based on what I saw her put, I did not put it on my body because I was like, I don't see the ingredients. I'm not doing that. But just saying. Anyways, let's focus. Can we focus on episode 13? So Sunny arrives, and immediately the energy changed. Okay, Sunny immediately goes and sits next to Melody. Okay. Nell arrives for her bachelorette party. Nell's like, ready to get down. Okay. So they explain what they're going to do. The male model comes up. The mother of the owner says that she's going to paint the branches on the man, and then the women are going to paint the flowers. Okay. And Nell's going to paint the snake. Okay. I mean, it seems like fun, something different. This was a boring party. Anyways. So Melody, as soon as they start playing this game, Melody's like, I gotta go. And Nell does feel a way about it. She doesn't say it in the moment. She says in her confessional that, anytime Melody invites her to an event, she will stay the entire time. So she didn't like the fact that Melody did not stay the entire time. How do you guys feel about it? Honestly, for our entertainment value, Melody leaving makes the party even lamer. Just saying. Come on. Yeah, Melody, you're leaving? Okay, so we gotta watch these folks try and entertain us. It was boring. Big Miss Muffin says, why was Sunny there? Well, we talked about that a couple of weeks ago when Destiny was like, I'm not gonna invite Sunny, but Nell wanted Sunny to be there. Mind you, we're like, Nell, you don't really know Sunny like that. Why is it necessary? But again, they're filming a reality show. They want to, because mind you, if the Sunny and Destiny conversation didn't happen, we would not be talking about this scene at all. So they're painting the man. Wow. Who cares? Sunny and Destiny get into it because Sunny can be overheard complaining about Destiny to Tisha. And it's because, remember, there's a whole situation, a whole other show that happens online on social media. And apparently Destiny, I don't know that Destiny has a podcast, a YouTube channel where she talks about the show. And apparently she was talking about Sunny. So Sunny's like, she's always talking about me on social media. Okay. Every single Monday, there's something new that she's saying about her. All right. And they get into it. They go back and forth. And apparently Destiny says, oh, well, you've done your own stuff on social media, shading me, talking about Maury Povich and talking about the paternity of her son. Okay. And Nell doesn't understand. She's like, Destiny, but you've moved on. She was like, what? She's like, but you've moved on. You have your own BDE. And I'm assuming they're talking about Lance. Okay. They actually make a cute couple. I wish them the best. But Lance, be wary of Destiny. I think Destiny will do anything for a storyline at this point. Anything to secure her spot on the show. And it's not to take away from Lance. Like, Lance is not a cute guy. Probably great personality. I don't know. Okay. However, I would not put it past Destiny in order to secure her spot on the show, her try and develop some sort of relationship with a man that's willing to film. And Lance has filmed a lot this season. But I agree with Nell. Like, why are you even arguing? Why are you even giving light to Sonny if you've moved on and you're doing your own thing? Okay, so Nell's like, you got your own BDE. So that's when Destiny and Sonny get into it, and Destiny talks about the shady post that Sonny posted, and then Destiny brings up how Moses is in jail, and then Sonny says, "You're about to be in jail too, Lord. You're about to be in jail too." Wait, did you guys hear? I didn't read up on it, y'all. I just saw the headline that the Chicken Man, Destiny's baby's father, ex-husband, got locked up. Oh Lord. He's not on the show, so we won't tell. But apparently the Chicken Man got arrested too. Brittany on TikTok says, why is Sonny in Huntsville to film? She's desperate. Probably needs some money. Remember, she was a producer. Now she's not producing. Now she on YouTube. Everybody comes to YouTube. This YouTube game ain't easy. So I wish you all luck. Okay. Anyways. So they have their little bit of back and forth, and Destiny decides to leave the event, her own event that she's throwing for Nell. She's like, before I dog walk you. You have so much mouth, Destiny. You had that same mouth with Sonny, and that's where we get the what's up from. And you ain't do nothing. So I think you're all mouth, and you're not going to do anything. Okay? And that's why Sonny wasn't wrong, that you got to worry about your own court case. Okay, wait, where's my picture? We got the mug shots. We got the love and marriage mug shots. Let's show it again. Okay, whatever. Anyway, so that scene was a non-scene. So we had the Sonny and Destiny stuff happen. Based off the trailer, I didn't even see them mention Sonny and Destiny. We saw Destiny come out, but we didn't even see them mention Sonny and Destiny at the reunion. But I'm sure that will be addressed. That's Destiny's only storyline, really. If we're being honest. And honestly, I don't care anymore. But you know the way that they split up these seasons, Destiny is lucky that she got 2 seasons, but she's probably only being paid for 1. That's what the former Carlos King employees say. And honestly, shout out to our friends over at OMFG Reality TV. When they post the episode, season, and episodes, they informed all of us that technically the season that we're watching isn't episode 9. It isn't season 9. It's episode 5.
Shut up! That is so stupid.
Yes. And I said, wait, season 5, episode 234? What? Huh? Oh, all right. All right. Very confused. But Carlos, you're not beating those allegations. Lord. All right. And that might not even fall on Carlos. That might fall on Own, but that's really suspect. Okay. Ashley says, we don't need a 3-part reunion. I'm sorry. And mind you, according to Kimmy says that a lot of the stuff that we're watching and seeing play out won't even be discussed during the reunion. Allegedly, I don't know, you guys told me this. Kimmy said that they did not even get to see all of the episodes before the reunion. Ghetto. Wait, hold on. Do I have that here?
What is this, honey?
Just saying. Come on. Nelly says that Carlos is being messy with Destiny in the reunion. That's just Carlos trying to have a moment when it needs to be about he's not trying to make these folks big personalities or stars. He's trying to make himself a star. I did not know this, Gemini Diva. Gemini Diva says that Kempire, don't forget Ken's mugshot is floating around. I did not see that. Damn, all these folks got mugshots? That's really, really sad. Really? What happened to Black excellence? What happened to Black excellence? Not on this show, huh? Guys, if you're just joining us, we're talking about the latest episode of Love and Marriage Huntsville. If you're part of the replay crew, be sure to like the video. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. And be sure to let us know your thoughts and opinions on episodes 12 and 13. Next week starts the 3-part reunion of Love and Marriage Huntsville.
Woo, woo, woo.
Fine. All right. Let me just say thank you. We had another super chat. Miss Cat, thank you so much for the super sticker. We appreciate your support. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Let's get back to this because there's so much more I want to talk about in episode 13. So we had Nell's bachelorette party. Boring. All right. Nell gets ready for her vow renewal. All right. Lance arrives and he brings them the charcuterie board and Nell's. We did not need to hear Nell chewing and trying to talk over her chewing. I was so distracted. I was just like, this is. And look, we get it. In real life, this happens. People talk with their mouths full. But I was like, we're watching this on television. I'm just like, okay. Dimpled one. Wait, was that what what's his name was has his mugshot for? What's his name? Ken, for trafficking the marijuanas? Maybe. Oh, I forgot to mention to you guys. But if you follow me on TikTok or you follow me on my Instagram or you follow my YouTube shorts, Melissa sent me new sprinkle cookies. Yes, for Valentine's Day. She sent me sprinkle cookies. She's going to extend this sucker. So, sprinkle cookies is commonly something that people have, especially Italians have just for the holiday, just for Christmas. But now, as you can see, they're not rainbow sprinkles. They are for Valentine's Day. So, as I came back from DC, I had a package and I did not expect this. I had some sprinkle cookies and they were fresh. Oh, you want my full review? Check it out on my TikTok or on Instagram. Now I'm like, my mouth is watering. Oh my gosh, I am so greedy, but it was so good. I had 2 last night, okay? I had 10 more, okay? You know what, Kendra? Half the cookies are not gone. Half the cookies are not gone, Kendra. That is, look, I only had 2 cookies. There are more cookies below the paper. And this is not paid. She ain't paying me for this promo. Half of y'all don't even know who she is. It's all right. See, you're welcome, Melissa. ATL Pretty Girl says, I ordered those cookies last night just because of you. Look, and I wouldn't steer you wrong. If you do like a sprinkle cookie, this is one of the best. I have to say. It's great. Look, I know but remember the cookies that I got the first time, they had been traveling for days. These were fresh. All right. Ye says, did you taste them? Did you not see the missing 2 cookies? I did, and I tasted them on in the video. Soft, delicious. Danny says Kempire is greedy. You know what? Hold on. I got something for you. Hold on. Wait. Okay. I got something for you. All right. Focus, y'all. Winter says, can I get a cookie, Kempire? No. I'm greedy. No. I'm not sharing my food. I'm not sharing my man and I'm not sharing my food. Okay. All right. Back to Love and Marriage Huntsville. I just saw it in the background. I was like, oh yeah, I forgot to mention the cookies. Okay. All right. Moving on. Let me get to the rest of what I want to talk about. So Nell gets ready for her wedding. She's sitting there chewing on grapes and things like that. Lance comes in and she tells him he has to handle Melody and Martell, making sure that they don't sit near each other. Nell's daughter talks because Nell was talking about what, they witnessed what happened between Sunny and Destiny. So Nell's daughter and niece are sort of like, why is she so concerned about another relationship if she's talking to Lance? again, Lance and Destiny apparently are hanging out. I don't know what their relationship, but they're not exclusive. They're not married. Um, so, but I understand if that was my brother or my cousin, I'd probably be like, that was a suspect. Why is she so upset and fighting over somebody else's man now, somebody else's husband at this point? Because she needs it for a storyline. That's why. All right, so we head out to the wedding and we see that Kimmy and Maurice have arrived. Martell arrives looking like the minister. Okay. Um, when did March see this? Here's the thing with reality television. Is there really beef between Marceau and Martell, or is this planned? Because they had the bachelor party, which had some strippers. I was like, is this just sort of like a flashback to what they've done before? Maybe. So they have some strippers at the bachelor party, and Marceau and Martell were both there. And then when you see Marceau arrive, he's giving £1 to Martell. So I'm sort of like, what's real, what's fake? Is this a scheme that Carlos set up to come to us with the BS, with all this social media activity? Because they seem to not have a problem being around each other at a bachelorette party, like good old days, like the good old days. I was like, okay. Anyways, so they flash back to the bachelor party. So we see that Martell and Marceau were hanging out then. When Marceau arrives, he's like, I'm giving £1. Okay. Kimmy, before Melody arrives, brings up what went down at Nell's bachelorette party and mentions, Sunny and Destiny got into it. But before that, she mentions that Melody and Trisha got into it. So Martell's ears perk up. He's like, I want to hear more about Trisha and Melody getting into it. Because in his mind, these two women are fighting over him. He's so weird. So he wants to know more about what happens there. So he's the first one in the group to notice when Melody arrives. And Melody, look, I don't believe Melody wants Martell at all. However, if your ex is going to be anywhere, you're going to come in looking the best with the tightest dressed on, and do I think that she was going to look great regardless coming to a wedding? Yes. However, you're going to look even better when you know that your ex is going to be there. And the way that she sashayed down that runway, and then when she sat down, and then she was just sort of like, there was nobody in front of her. So her expressions for me was sort of like giving like, yeah. And I know she could hear them. She wasn't that far from them. And they weren't talking in whispers. Okay. So Melody arrives and you could tell that she can hear them talking about her. All right. All right. Melody says that she's surprised when she sees that Marceau and Tisha are still having a conversation with Martell. And literally, I was surprised as well. And she says, that's what they do in this group. They fake, they fake it. And I was like, oh, she must be right. Because again, especially with what we've seen play out on social media, again, none of this stuff played out then, but a lot was already said at the field party. Remember, Tisha said on Carlos's YouTube channel that, Marceau said a lot of stuff, including the men that Martell apparently hooked up with. But y'all cool? Okay. Must be true. Sorry. Yeah, I did that when Stacey was on stage too. She watches the channel. Look, Stacey watches the channel. She knew exactly what that meant. And she seemed okay with it. Okay. She kept on trying to touch me. I said, don't touch me. I'm warning you. You guys missed the show. All right. P says Melody is fake as hell. I mean, they're all fake then. Okay. All right, guys, we're almost at 400 likes. Don't forget to like the video. It's easy and it's free. I will be dropping the calling link first for our members, but we will drop the calling link for our live chat as well. But we have to get these likes up. We have nearly 1,400 people in the building. Let's get those likes up, okay? Frederick says, how was your show in Washington, D.C.? Hope you'll be coming back real soon. Me too. The show was amazing. We had a really, really, really great time. Okay. Um, so Melody says that, the group can be real fake. She's surprised at Marceau and Martell being fine, especially after what went down, okay, at the field day. Martell has a conversation with Maurice talking about, this is hard seeing Melody and them not interacting, especially because they have children. And, he'll probably get married in another 5 years because he's still sort of in the middle of it. And Maurice is like, "Oh, are you still comparing other women to her?" And he's like, "Yeah." And I was like, so this man still wants Melody back. Just when I thought maybe he had finally moved on and realized that she did not want him back, he's sort of like still hopeful. And he says, because they have kids and he feels like they're cheating the kids, you're cheating your kids. Not Melody, you're cheating your kids because you guys could easily get along. Okay? But you chosen this path of strife and just horrendous behavior. And mind you, he's saying these things because Martell knows that she can hear them. So he then says, he wishes that they could be aligned, for the kids and things like that. Okay, Martell. So the wedding starts. Nell hurt her foot, so she's hobbling down the aisle. The guy that was on her other side, not Lance, was that the guy that was at Destiny's party? They looked the same. So I was like, wait, is that why Lance was feeling away? Was Destiny flirting or having eyes for someone else that's in the family? That guy looks like the guy that she was flirting with at her party. Okay. Sidebar. Speaking of Martell, still wanting Melody. You see that, Coleslaw? He's still not choosing you. You're anyway, less than smart. But we already know that, don't we? Okay. All right. So the wedding starts. Chris's father. Now we understand why Chris is so handsome. Chris's father is a cat daddy too. Chris's father's handsome. So Chris's father's nephew is the minister administering to this vow renewal. So we have the vow renewal, sweet, romantic, beautiful. Nell looks great. Seeing Nell transform from when they braided her hair to, putting on the wig. I was like, okay, she got a, so many people on reality television, hey, young and famous and African, with bad wigs. When you see people with good ones, we need to say it. We need to celebrate it. Okay? So they have the wedding. Chris surprises her with a new wedding ring, and it's 7.5 carats. I was like, oh, okay, excuse me, Chris. Real estate business is doing well over there. Okay, 7.5 carats? Okay. User 486 says that Trisha had a bad wig on. I don't like Trisha with the blonde. I don't think it looks good on her. Or maybe it's the way. Mind you, she had a blonde short bob, and then she also, in her confessional, had like a blonde long. I didn't like it. I don't know if maybe it's just not the right particular blonde for her, or whoever did the wig for her. I know, me talking with no hair. But still, I can comment. I'm reviewing the show. But immediately when I saw Trisha, and it's not because we don't love Trisha on the show. I will give Trisha credit when credit is due. No credit is due here. Okay. Kisco says, remember that Chris and Nell have real businesses. Yeah, she has her daycare business that she's had for like 30 years. And she also and he has a brokerage and he's about to open. At least during the season. I'm sure it's probably open now. All right. Or a new space that he's open. He already has the brokerage. Okay. So we have the wedding. Beautiful. Woo, woo, woo. Beautiful. Wait, hold on. Where is it? Hold on. Where's my woo, woo, woo? Come on. I got a woo, woo, woo. I also got this one.
Times are tough and I'm feeling blue. 3 words of wisdom. Woo, woo, woo.
All right. So we have that moment, and then we go to the reception. So some of y'all told me that Martell did not go to the wedding; he only went to the reception. So clearly, based off this week's episode, we saw that that they both Melody and Martell went to both the wedding and the reception. Melody ended up leaving the reception early, clearly because Martell is obsessed and weird. Sidebar: when Nell walked down the aisle and you saw Martell taking video of her walking down the aisle, I had the thought, and I'm probably not wrong. Someone check Martell's phone. I would not be shocked that Martell took video footage, making it seem like he's taking video footage of the wedding, of Nell walking down the aisle. I bet that video footage is all about Mel. Look. What? Don't sit here and act as if you don't think that too. LB says, I don't like blonde on Destiny either. Yeah, I don't love them. No, more so I would have to say this. Destiny's wig, I don't like. I don't know if it's just the color. I feel like she could wear blonde. I just don't like that. So I think Martell was taking video of Mel, and he was not taking video of the wedding. Check his phone. He's obsessed. He's weird. Just when I thought that Martell had moved on, at least in some shape or form. No, he still wants Melody. He still wants that thing back. He says it's going to take him a good 5 years before he's ready. Exactly. Queen Day, that's exactly what I was thinking. Queen Day says zooming in and all, making it seem like he's filming the wedding, but he's filming Melody. Weird. That's weirdo behavior. Okay. All right. Ebony says the high blonde color does not complement. Trisha and Ken will go off on folks for saying it. Oh, really? On social media? We'll come around here, Ken. Okay, we're about to defend you in a second, maybe. All right. So they have the wedding. The wedding is beautiful. Here's the thing, and I think this is important to say. Of all the relationships on this show, I really do enjoy Nell and Chris's relationship. That's 30 years strong. They still do all these little activities together. They look like they truly do enjoy each other. He did cheat on her. Look, but relationships go through things. They're a perfect example of how you can go through things and make it through. Okay? Danny says 5 years he'll be in jail for stalking. Dimple one says 5 years after he gets out of jail. Come on. Okay. Moving on. So we get to the reception. Tisha says that Nell is her mentor, which is sort of like a dig at Melody, saying that she wasn't a mentor. And Nell's like, yeah, I should be a mentor to all of you guys. Tisha's sort of like, and Chris, you can mentor Marceau. And look, I mean, yeah, she's been through some things in her relationship, but they're still together, and they seem like they still like each other. Unlike some of these folks that are still together, like Marceau and Tisha. A lot of people were commenting on how Melody was sort of alienated herself from the group, including Destiny. Destiny says that Melody has ostracized herself from the group. I don't blame Melody for ostracizing herself from the group. You're only making yourself be available to this group in order to film, Destiny. I think in real life, you would not be friends with any of these people, and none of these people would be friends with you. Yet everyone's willing to get along in order to film this show. A lot of these folks don't like each other, but they want to be on the show. They want to make that check, including you. So yes, Melody has ostracized herself from the group, but rightfully so, because Mel's not going to sit around and be fake just for these cameras. Okay, yes, she will. she'll do it for a moment to film a scene, okay? But in real life, she ain't talking to y'all, and I don't blame her. Because that's the energy. A real Taurus would have that energy, but I don't know what you are, Destiny. I know she's a Taurus, but still. Lovey says that Dusty wants Mel's attention. She wants more than Mel's attention. Apparently, she wants Mel's man, too.
Woo, woo,
woo. One nurse, Courtney, says that she's avoiding the mess. Well, she's probably more so avoiding Martell because you have to remember Martell is there. So if she's talking with Kimmy and the other women, she'll even engage with Destiny. But if Martell's there engaging with them, she does not want to be around him. Martell says that when she's not around this group, she does talk to him. She is around him. They do engage. Why are you lying? Why is Martell lying? I don't.
Lies! The lie!
Why are you lying? I don't believe that at all. Maybe in your mind, maybe in your imagination, you think that you're having a conversation with her and it's not really happening. I don't believe that's where Martell continues to lose me because he just lies all the time. That's what I thought so too, Danny. But the timeline when it comes to Love and Marriage Huntsville, Danny says, I thought Mel was on the other side because of the court order, the no contact. That's what I thought. But again, the timeline of when this is being filmed versus what's playing out in real life on social media, it's hard to kind of figure out when did this happen? Was this around that time? But it's easy for them to paint the picture that Melody is ostracizing herself. But I'm like, wait, is this court ordered? Just asking. Okay, moving on. So the minister, Chris's cousin, ends up passing out. He was hot, okay? Because this was probably being filmed in the summer in Alabama. So, but luckily no one was sweating except Martell, but we couldn't see. He was just sweating because he saw Melody. All right. Queen says, "Why you always lying?" I can hear it. I can read. I'm reading your comment, and I'm like, I can hear the song. Why you always lying?
Lies! The lie!
All right. What else happens at this function? All right. Oh, so Lance and Destiny have a side conversation because during the reception, Lance makes a snarky remark that, oh, apparently you think a lot of people here at this function, this wedding, looks cute. So Destiny's like, huh? And then they flash back to Destiny's comment about that man that was at her function. So she's like, what? So later on at the reception, she pulls him to the side and just like, if you have an issue with me, pull me to the side. Don't say this stuff in front of the group. I get that. And I respect that. I wonder if she means off camera or pull her aside and we can have a separate conversation on camera. So Lance is feeling Destiny. I think they're a cute couple. But also, if you flash back to that scene, I don't think Destiny did or said anything wrong. She made a comment. She looked at a guy. Maybe she flirted a little bit, but I don't see the big deal. You guys aren't in an exclusive relationship. Unless you went home with that man, I don't know. I wouldn't blame her, though. I mean, Lance is cute. Don't get me wrong. Lance is cute. But that other man, he was tall, looked strong. Just saying. She's got good taste in men. Not really. Like, physically. I don't know about when it comes to, them not being locked up or, other stuff. Okay? Mia says, please stop pushing Dusty off on people. You mean Carlos? Because we definitely not. All right. Okay, Danny says, this relationship, the lies, the lies, the lies. So no one's believing that this is a real relationship? I don't know. I really don't. I can see them liking each other. But at the same time, sort of like, I feel like Destiny will do anything for camera time at this particular point. Because Martell is not a reliable person to film with. Look, Ebony says, Lance is hot. Him and Aaron Pierre. I said Harv Pierre. Aaron Pierre. Yummy. I mean, I don't think they look like each other, but yeah, they're both good looking. Dee Dee says, what did Lance say? Lance made a snarky remark to Destiny in front of the group that, because she said, his son is cute. He's cute. And he was like, apparently you think a lot of people here are cute. I was like, oh. So he must be feeling Destiny. I wonder if he knows that it's not a real relationship. Again, I don't know. I feel like it could go either way. I can definitely see that she is interested and could be attracted to him, but is it real? I don't know. All right. Where else do I want to go with this in regards to the reception? All right, so they go inside. Oh wait, I already talked about when Trisha arrived, right? I talked about this earlier because when Trisha arrived, she was talking about how she had a pep talk so that things wouldn't go left, and it was like, go left with what? Like, Trisha, what are you gonna do? You gonna hit Melody? I was like, what, go left and do what? Like, she's always talking like that. Like, what are you going to do? All right. Let me see something. Wait, I just want to make sure I'm covering everything at the reception. So they go to sit down to eat, and Melody is sitting with the group. But you can clearly see Martell takes a chair and pulls it to go sit with them. So clearly he wasn't assigned to sit at this table. So I'm not shocked that Melody got up and was like, you know what? I'm going to leave. He wasn't supposed to be sitting there. And I get it. He doesn't probably know anyone else at this party. And wherever they were seating him, he probably wanted to be wherever the cameras were going to be and wherever Melody's going to be. So he pulls his chair over to sit down, and she's like gathers her things and she leaves. She goes to Nell and lets Nell know that she's leaving. Yeah, it was weird. It was weird. But I'm not surprised. And again, I don't know where the no contact order was at this particular timeline. But regardless, even if there wasn't a gag order, I wouldn't blame her for wanting to get up and not breaking bread with Martell based off of history. So she ends up getting up and leaving, and then the wedding is over. Okay. The wedding is over. All right, so they end the season 234, episode 1072. They end the season in a way which is so weird with Latricia and Ken's conversation back at home. You may recall during the reception when asked about where is Ken, Trisha says, oh, he had a family emergency. But Tisha alludes in her confessional that she feels like there's more going on between Trisha and Ken that they just don't talk about. So we flash to the final scene. Okay. Wait, hold on. Let me see something. Hold on. Someone says stalker alert. Somali Queen says, you skipped the part Lockjaw called Melody garbage. I forgot about that. Okay. But here's the thing. Trisha has all this conversation. I cannot wait for the reunion. Hopefully all of this will be discussed during there. I have no hope that it will be. But she talked all of this mess, and I'm just sort of like, I don't understand why you have such a fever for Melody. And then when you watch the scene between Trisha and Ken, you understand probably a little bit more about Trisha and how she likes to gaslight a situation. All right. So we have this scene. Ken says, can we have a conversation? And apparently there's been some tension around the whole Martell and Marquez situation. I can't believe that we're still talking about Martell and Trisha, especially if nothing happened. So Trisha apparently in a text message, Trisha said in a text message that that she would take Marquez back in a heartbeat. I was not prepared for that. She said in a text message that she would take Marquez back in a heartbeat. I don't know the context around that. I don't know when she said this, but apparently there was sort of like this, not overlap. I mean, she's still married. So I don't know exactly when that relationship actually ended. But apparently in a text message, she says, I don't know who she said it to, that she would take Marquez back in a heartbeat. Okay. Ken says he doesn't have an issue when it comes to the Martell stuff. He says the problem is Trish. He says that he countless times says that Trish is the problem. Mind you, Lockjaw is just sitting there like, she'll start a sentence, won't finish the sentence. She says that Eminem, Marquez, and Martell live rent-free in this house. Honestly, what she really wanted to say in that moment, that Martell and Marquez live rent-free in Ken's head, not in this house. All right? Ken says that he believes that Trisha has been deceptive. And look, if you remember last season 2000, we kind of looked at Trisha sideways like, did you tell this man about the Martell stuff on camera? You did not give him a heads up? And that's made a lot of us kind of look at Trisha with the side eye like, girl, did you not give your man a heads up about this stuff? Did you not tell him the full story about what went down between you and Martell? Do I think that Martell and Trisha slept together? Now I don't know what to think. Before I was like, no, nothing ever happened. Now I don't know what to think. Because even Ken in this scene is saying Trisha is deceptive and a gaslighter. The way she was having these conversations, she was gaslighting Ken. But Ken's not innocent either. We'll get there. All right. So Ken says that Trisha gives people outside of their relationship more respect than she gives him. That's pretty damning. He also says that Trisha, when they have a conversation about these things, when he asks her a question, because she's the only person that can answer it, when he asks her a question, she takes it as an accusation. I have to ask you guys a question. You guys can help me with the timeline, okay? I remember that Ken did an interview with Carlos and revealed, I don't remember how long ago this was, but it feels like it was months ago, that there was an argument that he had with Trisha. Is this the argument? Because I can't remember if he said that it was filmed, the argument that he had. I'm assuming that it was. I'm assuming that this was the argument. Are we watching an argument from like 10 months ago? Samira says that she's the worst Virgo I've ever seen. I don't get Virgo vibes from her, but then again, she annoys me, so maybe she is a Virgo. What?
Asawi, I love you.
Just saying. Kendra says, I don't like her, but I can appreciate her being a male-dominated fields with her ability to gaslight. What? Wait a minute. Oh my goodness. Oh, Philly said, hey, Philly John. Philly John says, Kempire is breaking this show down. Why not show him appreciation? Thank you, Philly John. And she means by liking the video. Y'all, if you haven't already, we have almost 2,000 people watching. Matter of fact, we have 2,000 people watching because we have like nearly 1,900 on YouTube and Facebook. We got over 200 on Twitch and Twitter, and we've got almost 200 on TikTok. So we have well over 2,000 people. So whatever platform you're watching on, do the things to show support. Make sure you're following us there. Okay? So back to Trisha and Ken's conversation. So it gets really heated very quickly. All right? Ken says that he ends up walking away from this conversation because he's being gaslit in this conversation. And I can't believe it because when we were first introduced to Trisha, I didn't think that Trisha was this type of person. So I'm watching Trisha gaslight this man and I'm thinking to myself, oh my gosh. So he gets up and he's yelling and I guess he's talking to production and he's like, I paid for all of this. So she decides to get up probably because she doesn't want him painting that narrative that he pays for everything, breaking the fourth wall. He's like, I paid for all of this. She's like, her broke down car is over at my house. I have to go get that fixed. She's like, oh, my brother will fix it. No, my brother will fix it. Oh. And here's the thing. Can you just confirm for me, though? Because, look, we get it. When people get into arguments, they bring up all the things that they can. They bring up their arsenal. But when you really love someone, when you do something out of your genuine heart, that shouldn't be your first thing to do. To jump up and point out all the things that you've done for that person. It just confirmed for me that you are trying to be a martyr, that you are Captain Save-A-Ho. I'm not calling her a hoe, but it's a saying. Yeah, she's an Aquarius. I was about to say, I was like, when did she become a Virgo? Yes, Aquarius. Apparently, Aquarius lies a lot. I look. I can't say that I know an Aquarius that lies a lot. Let me think. Look, I don't know a lot of Aquarius, but now these up. No, let me stop. Classy says, "Watch it, Kempire. When it comes to the Virgos, laughing out loud. Love you though." The Virgos, y'all still stick around, okay? And it's not because I hate Virgos. I don't hate Virgos. They would just work my nerve, all right? But apparently they're saying Aquariuses are liars. Are you guys? Are Aquarius liars? Are you guys liars? Are you guys the problem? Okay. Leo the Lioness, thank you for being a member, says, Ken confirmed everything Marquez was saying. They all trash. So Ken basically says that he pays for everything in regards, and he says, watch when I'm gone, how you'll be struggling, how you and the kids will be struggling. Tell your kids. And then he goes into his fancy car. I don't know if it's fancy, but his sports car. And he's just like, I can go to an island tomorrow. You can't. What? Yeah, Philly John is lovely. Philly John says, I don't like Empire Aquarius season. Don't be calling the Aquarius liars right now. Okay, but no. Focus. Winter says, OMG, my baby's an Aquarius. Well, teach him not to lie. So things go left really quickly because he's pointing out, I pay for everything. I take care of all of this. I was like, okay. And then she tries to shut him down. She's like, that's a wrap. That's a wrap. And I believe it, right? I believe it that he does pay for everything. Does that mean she can't pay for everything? Apparently, he knows something that we don't know. He says he can go to an island tomorrow and he'll be fine, and she can do that. Y'all are so shady in the live chat. Replay crew, check out the live chat. See the things that they're saying that I am not going to repeat, okay? What does he do again? Does he own a gym? I know he's a truck driver. Yes, Avery. Avery says that, K. Avery, he's a truck driver, says they do make really good money. Yeah, my uncle, may he rest in peace, he was a truck driver. He did very well. He had his own trucking business. So they do make good money. Even if you don't have your own trucking business, they do make good money. Anyways, yeah, so, and look, I know we think we know these people and how they have their pockets. I know she's an engineer. I know she was in the military, but she also has 2 kids. She also has, expenses. So, but I'm also not surprised at the first huge fight that these two have, that Ken, in his martyrdom, points out, I pay for all of this. Someone like that, I would never want to be with. Because at the first time that we have a fight, I pay for all of this. Are you holding this over my head? But maybe that was the last straw for him. Maybe this was not something that he always brings up. Maybe this was the last straw for him. Smack to you says, truckers can make over 100K easy. Let me say thank you. We had a couple of super chats. Leticia, thank you so much for the super chat. We appreciate your support. Edward, thank you so much for the super chat. Edward says, Kempire, in a scale of 1 to 10, how dramatic the reunion you think is going to be? I don't know. I have to say, that's a perfect segue. But before we get to that, live chat, we have nearly 2,000 of you here. Okay? Let's get to 900 likes, and I will drop the call-in link for the live chat. But if you are a member of the channel, I'm going to drop the call-in link for you guys right now on the community tab. It's not one of the perks, but we're making it a perk. Okay, so if you haven't already, be sure to check out the community tab. Those of you watching, don't forget to like the video. Let me just do this. All right, I know, because I've been talking for how long now? It's time to move on. Okay, so that's a perfect segue. Thank you so much for the super chat. That's a perfect segue for us to get into the reunion trailer. So in the reunion trailer, they don't cover everything, of course. We see the introductions of people walking in. Destiny's earring falls off, and Carlos makes a snarky remark, "You losing earrings like you lose men."
I sorry. I love you.
Okay. Damn, come on. Tanya says Ken can't go to an island on probation. I would have him lit up on that show. But wait, how long ago was that arrest? Tanya? I'm thinking that arrest was a long time ago. Was it recent that he got arrested for trafficking? Scotty says, Espo's rise. We didn't do that today. No, it's a Lockjaw's rise. Dusty's rise. Winter says Carlos just lost his man. Oh, wow. Y'all are so shady. Okay, Avery says Carlos can't talk. Come on. But here's the thing. The way I took Carlos's comment wasn't about him. It was more, no, it was about him. It was more so about, here go Carlos trying to have a moment. Like, just welcome the people in, okay? Why is that included? Oh, it was in 2022 when he got arrested? Was that, hold up. Him being a truck driver, was he driving stuff across state lines? Wait.
Shut up! That is so stupid.
Wait. Is that what it was? But was it just the marijuanas? Come on. There are people in jail that should not be in jail for the marijuanas, especially now that it's legal and people making millions and billions of dollars off of it. Was it just for the marijuanas or was it something else? Lemon Steak says Lockjaw's fall. Come on. Oh, okay. Oh, but the plea deal was accepted in 2024. So does the plea deal have him? Again, we don't know when this scene was filmed. This scene could have been filmed in 2023. What was it? Look, what was he trafficking? Damn, y'all are spilling all kinds of. Is this again? Everything is alleged. I have not been able to research this myself. But Pretty Brown Eyes says lost his CDL license. V says it's not legal in Alabama. I know that, but still, I don't think he should go to jail for it. But damn. Okay, Dr. Hicks says placed on probation in 2024. He was charged with trafficking. Well, remember this. When was it done in 2024? Because remember, this scene was filmed in 2022. I don't know, but it was filmed months ago. The scene, so maybe at that particular point, he's like, I could go to an island right now. But maybe he meant one of the islands in the Carolinas, or maybe he meant Key West. I don't know. Maybe he meant Staten Island. Okay. Maybe. Oh my gosh. Oh, TikTok. I will not miss you. Why are you limiting my visibility? Because I'm talking about the marijuanas. Really? Okay. Look, Michaela says, y'all leave Ken alone. Trisha is the problem. No, they're both the problem. I think Trisha's the bigger problem. I do believe that September. Oh, so he said that statement. If it happened in September, I mean his plea deal. If it happened in September, that means when he filmed that scene, he did not have that plea deal, so he could technically go. Okay. All right. Oh my gosh. Ye says Trisha's the MFing problem. Oh, Scotty says, "Child, ain't nobody go to Staten Island, not even Wu-Tang." Oh, come on. Come on. Special case is legal in Canada. We know. Oh, or Coney Island, right? I don't know where you're going. So, yeah, who said Rikers Island? Come on. Y'all do realize it's Sunday, right? Can y'all act right? Nashville says everyone on this show has legal problems. I love how you said that like that. No, everyone on this cast has gotten locked up. She said legal problems. No, but they do have legal problems because doesn't Marcel have his own lawsuit to deal with? We've had Maurice get locked up, but he also has a lawsuit that he's dealing with. Oh my goodness. One nurse says she is the problem. Lockjaw's fall.
I sorry. I love you.
Okay. All right. All right. If you're a member of the channel, we did drop the call link for those that want to call in and share their thoughts. Live chat, we're almost at 900 likes. Once we get to 900 likes, we will drop the call link for you guys. But members, I've already dropped the call link for you guys. So I already see a few members backstage. Let me just finish what I wanted to say about the reunion. So Carlos makes that comment. Marceau is going to, I guess, basically defend Melody in regards to what Martell had planned to do with that photo of Melody that he sent a text to Melody with, the revenge corn of it all. All right. Martell, did he plead guilty or not guilty? I'm going to rely on you guys. Did he plead guilty? Excuse me, or did he not? He's saying that he did not. But again, he's not a reliable reporter. I can't keep up with all the stuff that happens off the show. So that is part of the trailer for next week's three-part reunion of Love and Marriage Huntsville. Maurice also talks about his DUI arrest. So Maurice says that a police officer suspected something and arrested him. This is lawyer speak. This is what I believe happened. First of all, we have to remember, we literally saw Maurice having a good time at Black with Funky and all of them, drinking and all that stuff. I don't know what happened afterwards, but they apparently went separate places because you remember Kimmy was like, I went to look for you and you weren't at your office. Where were you? Still asking. I wonder if that's asked at the reunion. Where were you? Why couldn't Kimmy find you? Okay. A lot of you are saying that he pled guilty. I mean, I'm sure it's in the court documents. Okay. The other thing that is mentioned in this reunion trailer, the DUI. So the police, he says a police officer suspected something and he got arrested for it. Again, I feel like this is lawyer speak. Maurice knows that he denied getting a breathalyzer, so they couldn't prove that he was inebriated. I don't know if there was an actual accident. I don't know if he ran into something. I don't know if he was speeding. I don't know if he was swerving. I don't know. But he can now act as if, this has been dismissed for lack of evidence. He doesn't have a prior history of drinking and driving. He refused the breathalyzer, apparently. So he's going to handle this like a lawyer and be like, the police officer suspected something and arrested him for it. Did you or did you not drink and get behind the wheel of a car? That would be my question. Did you or did you not? We did see you. It was hours after when you allegedly got arrested at noon. See, these are questions that I would have. Like, did you get arrested at noon or what? Did you get arrested earlier? How many drinks did you have? Just asking. Right? Kendra, I was like, why don't we have the police report? Kendra says we need the police report on him. I want to know what the police have to say in regards to what they witnessed. So he's going to play that. So he wants to bring the focus, though, on Melody and Melody talking about this rumor. We've said the entire time that we've been recapping this, Melody, I did not see this rumor. But again, I feel like I see a lot of stuff. And if there was a rumor like this, I feel like all of you would have sent me that information. Like, did you hear they're saying that he was with some woman, blah, blah, blah. I believe people create things all the time when there's actually no evidence on social media. But even then, I never saw that. Okay. But she said it was talked about on social media. So Kimmy chimes in, the way that they were talking about your BBL, that rumor. I feel like we're talking about apples and oranges right now. A BBL rumor and whether or not your man was cheating and got behind the wheel of a car and got arrested for it. I feel like we're talking about apples and oranges. But okay, go off. Okay. Kendra says, I saw that. Right. A lot of you said that in the live chat, I saw the rumor. Where? Cite your sources. Send it to me. The original, like with a timestamp. And it can't be a millimeter. Say it. We didn't see Trisha and Ken. I'm assuming that they're at the reunion. I don't remember seeing anything in regards to their storyline. I'm assuming that that's going to be talked about. Sidebar, did you guys hear that Love and Marriage DC is coming back? Are you happy about that? Joy is coming back. In Clifton. Joy in Clifton. Okay. All right. Fine. Okay. Danny says that Kimmy's going out sad. Yeah. Defending that man Maurice. All right. All right. Talia, thank you so much for this super chat. Talia says, yeah, he can go to an island. All right. Rikers Island. Damn. Y'all are cold-blooded. All right. Live chat. We're almost at 900 likes. I'll drop the call link for you guys in just a second. Let's get there. We have Kicking It with Courtney backstage. We're going to bring her up first. But before we bring Courtney up, let me just bring up our disclaimer as a reminder. The opinions of the callers do not represent the opinions of myself, the Kempire LLC, our sponsors, and everything that they say is alleged. Okay. All right. Let's bring up Courtney first. Hold on, Courtney. Courtney, what did you want to share? Courtney.
Hey, Kempire.
Hey.
I won't be up long. I just wanted to talk about this episode. I thought this episode was terrible for a finale.
Yeah,
It was
it's
super
weird.
boring. For a finale, it was all over the place. I want to focus on Martell LeVar Holt III,
Oh.
aka Destiny. Destiny is very toxic. What Destiny gave on this show was toxic. She followed Melody more than Martell. She just as much as Martell stalks, she stalks. All of her conversations are around Melody. She follows everything she does. She's wondering, she's watching every place she goes. At Nell's bachelorette party, you're sitting there telling Melody when she came last week, you're telling her to behave. Yet as soon as Sunny comes, you act a donkey. And you're looking at Tisha for even speaking to her as if you control grown women who can speak to each other. Destiny is toxic, a hot mess. She's Martell Jr. I think they're a match made in Hades.
Not
Um,
Hades.
yeah, and that's basically it. The rest of the cat, they were supporting. Nell has this mentor complex that's insane. I would never
Mentor
look.
complex? I'm sorry, I'm trying to fix something here.
Huh?
You're a mentor complex? Explain.
Yeah, like she wants everybody to look at her like a mentor, and it gives her some type of validation. Ma'am, I mean, I guess if women want to wait around for a man to cheat for 2 years and come back and, continue on with the relationship, and he still, hooks his homeboys up, he picks the women at gyms. If that's your ideal of a good man, then okay. And Tisha calling you a mentor, I mean, she has Marceau, so there we are, here we are. So it's just, I don't know. It was the most boring finale. I just noticed the stalkering. Martell is allowed to just stalk out in open. And then everybody tries to pretend as if Melody is a problem, knowing there's a protection order. The protection order is not something Melody has to adhere to. It's something Martell has to adhere to. He has the sanctions, not her.
Yeah.
So it's just, I don't know. It was very boring, hot mess. Destiny is a stalker. And that's it. That's all I
Okay.
have.
All right. And thank you for vamping for me while I was fixing this. Thanks, Courtney. Take care. All right. All right. Let me see if I fix this so I can press. Hold on. There we go. Just wanted to make sure that the timer was working. All right. So let's get to the rest of our callers. The live chat, we're almost at 900 likes. Let me drop the call link for you guys for your quick thoughts. Please hold. We've got Miss Bernice backstage. Hold on, Miss Bernice. What's going on?
What up, Doe Kempire? What up, Doe? Happy Sunday,
You
everybody.
too.
Okay. Okay, this was a hot mess and a boring hot mess because let me get on just my imagination running away with me, Martell. She don't want you. And most important, she don't need you. And you sitting up there doing all googly eyes at her. Well, you done took this woman to heck and back. And you had the whole cast as your minions to beat her down too. And I would have glided in there like Glenda too and set my butt down and said, you didn't beat me and you're not going to beat me. Okay? Trish Trish, Ken was her Prince Charming, and she blew the bag because he was in there. Understand with his status, he came in there to protect her, so she wouldn't have to go through no more pain. And because she is so drenched in that pain and that toxicity, she don't know no better. Because that scene with him saying, I want to talk, he was calm and cool. And then you go on attack instantly. You wasn't there to listen or to learn. You was there to fight. And he said, okay, I ain't got to deal with this. And when he got his chocolate stuff up and walked out the house and got in that Corvette, 2020 Corvette, I said, baby, I'll go with you.
Miss Bernice. Is it a 2020 Corvette?
Yeah, I think it's a 2020 Corvette.
Okay.
But it's a Corvette. And I'm saying, like, whoa. Okay. And she got real scared because I think it hit her. If he do leave, what am I gonna do? Since you say you can get Marquez back in a minute, if you wanted to, but flipping burgers and driving a Corvette, making over $100,000 a year as a truck driver is totally different. Okay, be careful what you wish for. That's all I'm saying.
You're right.
And She-Hulk, Destiny need to go sit down, because how you going to go into a new relationship when you constantly bitching about the old relationship? Excuse my French. That's somebody that don't want you. But other than that, I guess I look forward to the reunion. But this was a hot mess. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. But other than that, enjoy your day, everybody.
You too. Thanks for calling.
Okay.
Bye.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Back to what Courtney said in regards to the reunion. I felt the same way. But I'm not surprised. I guess maybe I'm desensitized to how Love and Marriage Huntsville is edited and produced. And we already know that they split up the season because we already knew that this was filmed months and months ago. And look, we do understand there's a lapse in time when filming certain reality shows, but this was like ridiculous. It's like, this is technically supposed to be season 8, but according to OMFG Reality TV, this is technically season 5. I want to see what these contracts look like for these people on this show. All right. We're going to bring up Winter next. Winter, what did you want to share in regards to Love and Marriage Huntsville?
Hi, Kempire. Hi, everyone.
Hey.
So, what I want to share, I was just thinking about Melody, and I'm just like, at what point is she going to decide, should she go back, like, take a step back from being on the cast and just producing? Because it's like, you really don't like these people. We see it season after season. And I know that she's trying to play along to get along, but it's just like, maybe she should just leave the cast. Like, you don't need it. Like, you seem like you're pretty successful. Like, I don't know. I just feel like she just, after a while, is not. It just seems like they're the bottom of the barrel, and it's just they don't match all of them.
No.
And being in a room with Martell, like I could definitely understand how like it could give her like PTSD and make her feel like uncomfortable. Because I definitely had a stalker, and I had a situation that was just like that. And still to this day, like I get very uncomfortable when I see this person in passing. So I don't know how she could film. I wouldn't be able to do that.
Yeah.
But yeah. And then the whole Destiny and Moses situation with Sunny. Destiny, you should be focused on what's your next storyline. Like, you're not coming back the next season if you don't have a real storyline. The fact that they keep bringing Sunny back to film should show you that they're trying to bring her into this cast. And look, Miss Nell and everybody's trying to get along with her because they know they have to film with this woman.
No.
Like, that's what she should be focused on.
Ooh.
By the way, Ken is like, I'll take you. I'll take you. If Trish don't want you, I take you. You want to pay these bills? I have no problem with that. I'm just saying.
You want to
he
be
might
Captain
have,
Save a Ho? Save me.
yeah, like you can come save me. You want a New York City girl? I'm right here, and I got 1 kid. That's it. Happy Sunday.
You too, Winter. Winter's throwing her shot. Shoot her shot at Ken.
Oh wait, Kempire. When are we gonna do the astrology? And when are you doing your speed dating event? Because I'm coming. I'm coming. When we do the speed dating event on the Kempire, I'm going. Okay.
Okay, noted. Stay tuned.
Okay.
I just got
Bye.
back from DC. All right, bye. All right, we're gonna get to some more callers, guys. We did drop the call link in the live chat, and we dropped the call link for our members on the community tab. We're talking about the season finale, season 226 finale for Love and Marriage Huntsville. If you haven't liked the video already, be sure to like the video. V, thank you so much for the super chat. V says, hold on. Comment, go up. There we go. V says, thank you for being a member of V as well. V says, happy Sunday, sending love to everyone. Thank you, V. We appreciate it. We need a little love right now in this world. Lord. All right. Let's bring up Kari next. Hold on. Kari, what did you want to share about Love and Marriage Huntsville?
Oh, is that a little okay?
No?
Okay, it's better. Carlos needs to get his hairline and his production together. I want to start off with that. What kind of shoddy season finale is this? What was wrapped up? What felt concluded and tied together? Just conclude the whole production company and tie the doors closed, okay? He's clearly too focused on that barely there YouTube channel to produce these seasons correctly. You got all 292,000 off of them followers off the back of the Housewives in Heavenly. Step your production cookies up, King, please. Anyway, Trisha and Ken are still together, so apparently they love being embarrassed and looking stupid, and I love that for them. 10 out of 10. No notes. Kimmy's entire storyline has been gossiping and deflecting from Maurice drunk driving and allegedly kissing other women. Your husband showed his misogynistic butt last season, and now you're doing anything to ensure he's not the topic of discussion again. Um, you're a pick me. It's a pick me, Your Honor, and I don't like you anymore. And the reunion is just gonna make me just put my foot just like all up your butt on them YouTube and Twitter streets because what are you talking about? Why are you starting to body shame another woman and bash another woman's body because your husband is cheating on you? Girl, he was cheating with you. That I truly believe it now. He was cheating with you. It's okay. You get him, you lose him how you get him. That's fine. On to Nell. Nell came to the show to feel young again and be messy because that comment that she made that kicked off the whole Destiny and Sunny situation
Mm,
was messy, talking about sharing snakes. Now,
yeah.
if somebody mentioned Fletcher was sharing his snake while he was married, she'd cry. She'd cry up another attitude and start screaming everywhere, screaming all in the camera, spit all coming out of her mouth. Mel keeps saying that you're an elder, so hopefully you will start acting like one. And finally, I don't like Destiny or her forever failing business, but I don't think her not wanting Sonny around is like the situation with Mel and Martell at all. See, Martell cheated on Mel and has been emotionally terrorizing her as well as harassing her. Oh, dude might have cheated, but he just simply cheated and left. It seemed like Destiny is doing the harassing. What she did was worse than what's being done to her. Okay? So this is just light work for karma. Suck it up, baby. And you talking about somebody being arrested. Ain't you out on bond right now? Ain't you ain't you out on bond right now? Oh, okay. That's what I thought. Bye y'all. Happy Sunday.
Thanks,
God
Kari.
bless.
Bye. Guys, we're almost at 1,000 likes. DC Diva, thank you so much for the for being a member for 33 months. We appreciate your support. DC Divas asked the question, will they talk about Kiki at the reunion? Look, we've been, people have been asking how come they haven't really addressed or talked about Kiki during the season. Again, I don't remember the timeline of everything. I mean, it's hard for us to tell what the timeline is. They did address her passing at the end of, right after she passed away. They said rest in peace to her. It will be interesting if they do talk about it. I don't know how you do a reunion and completely ignore the fact that Kiki passed away. I understand the family might not want production talking about her. However, I think they can briefly say, that she passed away. So we shall see. We'll have to wait and see if they will actually be doing that. All right, let's bring up Brandy next, who has a thought or two about Love and Marriage Huntsville. Brandy, what's going on?
Hey, Kempire, how are
I'm
you?
well. How are you today?
Good, good. I just wanted to call and say that Trisha is just a straight up liar and weird because if you think about it, she said at the beginning of the show that her and Marquez had been separated for like years and she had never even told her family. Like she called her sisters over to tell them,
Yep.
like, she's just a deceptive queen. And then even the way she busted herself out with Martell and Stormi is because Martell was playing it off like he didn't know her, but she just had to put it out there like, oh, you don't remember me? Like, who does that?
Mm,
And then after all that, she's mad at Melody? Like, she's just a weirdo
yeah.
all the way around. And I'm like, Miss Bernice, Ken can get his chocolate stuff in that Corvette and come on over here to me.
I'm sure people are lighting up his DMs, but they're still together.
Well, then he's stupid. Stupid is as stupid does. So whatever. But that's all I had to say.
Thank you so much, Brady, for calling in.
All
Bye.
righty. Bye.
Y'all really, I mean, look, I don't think Ken's a bad guy. He's definitely good looking. However, I do feel like he has a pattern of behavior that shows me that he likes being a martyr. So, yes, and I know a lot of you are probably open. Yeah, give to me, blah, 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 until it becomes like you don't know those other things about his personality. Him buying you things doesn't mean that he's actually a good person and a good guy and not annoying. But Trisha is just as bad. She's like worse. She's deceptive. She's, based on what we've seen, not a very honest person. Okay. All right. Let me bring up Vanessa next. Vanessa, what did you want to share about Love and Marriage Huntsville?
Hey, 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 Kempire.
Hey, how are you?
I love you.
Thank you.
Anyway, let me start off with Nell.
Yes.
Now, I'm not trying to be negative, but maybe I am.
No.
Nell, the signs were signing. First, you twisted your ankle, so your foot was all blowed up, and then the pastor done fell out. What are these signs? Were you not supposed to marry this man again? I mean, I don't know. She's okay, listen, she's married. They had 30 years. But
Hmm.
to me, with those things happening, it just showed me that I don't know.
You
I
would have
don't
canceled it?
like, yeah, I think God was trying to tell her something. He's like, don't do it, girl. I done blew up your foot. The pastor done fell out. Run. But anyway, moving on. Destiny, I need you to go in your storage unit and go pull up a chair and just sit in the corner and just look at the wall. Next, Ken and okay, everybody's talking about Ken stuff. Okay, yeah. Ken is lacking something. I'm sorry. Something is wrong there because now Trish, aka Lockjaw, she's cuckoo. She is a little cuckoo. But I did not know that she said she would go back to the ex in a minute. That
Yeah.
means something is wrong with Ken. I can't put my finger on it, but something is lacking, if you know what I'm trying to say. He's compensating for something that might be a little that's just my crazy mind. No, he's buying her things. She's not into him. They're still together, but you could tell that woman is just not into him. He's not doing something right for Lockjaw. He's just not. Who did
I
I
mean, if you
miss?
got a
Oh,
lockjaw, are you doing something? Never mind. Let's move on.
yeah,
Sorry,
well,
Vanessa.
anyway,
That's for Kempire After
let's
Dark.
see. Mel. Okay, yeah, Mel, you should just be a friend of the show. You're
Hmm.
you're not into these people. I don't blame you, Mel. I don't blame you at all. But I just think she should pull back because it looks weird now. It's just be a friend of, pop in, but pull back because these people, it's just not working. Who do I want? Oh, Martell. Martell. I don't know. Martell is a weirdo. He is a stalker, and Destiny's a stalker. I agree with that other caller. Both of them stalk Mel. It's very odd. And that's all I got.
Thank
That's
you,
all I
Vanessa.
got
We
to say.
appreciate you
But
calling
I
in.
enjoyed the episode, and I look forward to the reunion. I
Oh,
think it's going to be good.
let's hope. We can only hope.
Yeah.
Not if
Have
they
a good
haven't
one.
watched these episodes that we watch and they don't talk about them.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. And I didn't see Ken and Trish there either, but maybe they'll. I don't know. I didn't see them.
No,
They
they weren't in
gotta
the trailer, but they probably were there. I hope they were there. I mean,
they gotta be
they
there.
ended the season with them, so
Yes. Okay. Well, thank you, Kempire. You
thank you
have
so
a good
much.
one.
You too.
Bye bye.
Bye. All right. We're gonna get to some more callers, guys. If you haven't already, we're almost at 1,000 likes here on YouTube. So be sure to like the video. It's easy and it's free. Shout out to our King's Guards. We appreciate them. Shout out to those of you in DC that came out to our DC DMV show in Baltimore show at Union Stage. We had a really, really good time. And some of you were wearing the merch, the woo 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 merch. Okay, hold on. Where's my woo woo woo? Hold on. Where's my woo woo woo? Woo woo woo. Okay. So shout out to all of you that showed support. If you would like to get your own Kempire something, a hat, something else, like our limited edition hats and things like that. Let me put this hat on. But you can get this over at houseofkempire.com or just go to TheKempire.com and click the shopping button. All right. Let's get to our callers again. Michaela's backstage. We're going to bring Michaela up next. Michaela, what did you want to share?
Hey, Kempire, can you hear me?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes. Okay. So, this is my first time calling and everything, but I have been watching you. So hello.
Hey.
But so the first thing I wanted to say was about Sunny and Destiny. Now I know everybody doesn't like Destiny for whatever reason, but I kind of feel for Destiny because at the end of the day, it's almost like not only are her friends, but Carlos King is trying to push Sunny on us. I don't want to see Sunny. If Sunny comes back, if there is a next season, I probably won't even watch it because why are you on the show?
Yeah, he's locked up.
And it's just like, like I said, if you're, why are you there? You got her man. Why are you there? You didn't have to come back to Huntsville. Trisha and Ken, from the last caller, yes, something is off. Steroids, we all know what that is. He looks like he's lacking down there. I'm just saying.
Y'all can tell.
I mean, he does. I mean, it's like all that something on your body is small and it's down there. I'm sorry. Now as far as Trisha kept telling him they live rent free in your head, ma'am, you're the cause of the problem. Like he said, you can't answer a straight question to save your life. If I was to ask her, is the skies blue? I can't do her. I can't do it. You can do it better than me. But I don't know. Yesterday it went like that. What time?
Oh no, you're doing pretty well.
Like, what are you talking about? If the sky is blue, like, answer the question. Like, you're the reason for all of this. And I feel like that's why Melanie doesn't like you, because you can't answer a straight question. Did you sleep with him or not? I don't care. That's the reason why I left him. But why you can't answer the question? You want to be on this show and be in my circle, then you need to answer the question. Be straight with me. And as far as Kiki, RIP to her, I do feel like that is very disrespectful that they just glossed over it. But that's Carlos King. Like, what do you expect? I mean, look how he's going to act with the reunion. Like, he's Team Melanie, and that's what it is. So, but yes, Melanie does need to step back. She's done. She's over with the cast. Every gets in contact with, even when they had the little trip she did, you brought your friends on. Why are you bringing your friends? Like, why are you bringing that linebacker lady, whatever her name was? Why are you bringing her?
Let's not talk about people being linebackers.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But she was just too much. She was just too much.
Yeah.
But okay, that was all I had. But thank you.
Thank you so much for calling in, Michaela. Take care.
You too.
Bye. Look, there definitely needs to be something happening over there at Love and Marriage Huntsville in regards to like the cast, because even the new people that they brought on are not interesting enough. When they focus an episode on like a Trisha and Ken or a Nell and Chris, those are not interesting. When they focus on Destiny, they're not interesting. So, and I think people are already tired of the storylines from the past as well. So they got to do something, and they need to just take a minute, but they're not going to. They're going to continue because you see all the social media behavior from Martell and Marceau. So then they're not going to steer away from that. They're going to use that stuff and talk about it next season for season 255. Okay. CM says that Moses is home. Is he home? Again, I don't care. I don't think Sunny and Moses are interesting. I get why they brought them for that season to talk about this with Destiny. It gave Destiny actually a storyline. But I really don't care for them to bring them back. You can't bring Moses back. He's not supposed to lead the state. He's not supposed to be in Alabama. Anyways, I say all that to say, thank you all for being here. Danny's backstage. We're going to bring up Danny next. A lot of you are trickling in with the calls today. Usually, like, there's a long line waiting, but it's okay. Replay crew, be sure to let us know your thoughts and opinions on the season finale of Love and Marriage Huntsville. Danny, what did you want to say about Love and Marriage Huntsville?
Hi, Kempire. How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
Good. I think they're grasping at straws this season. Like, they're really trying to make something happen that's not really happening. Like, unless, we got convicts in the background doing their thing and, brought out to the forefront, then that's how they're getting their story. There you go. Those mugshots. Yeah, exactly what I'm talking about. But they need to just kind of figure out what they need to do, because it's getting a little old and a little stale now. And that scene with Martell was like, he looked like a creepo, like a total creep. And he, was over there with the camera and looking over at Melody, and it was just, I was like, ugh. I mean, shouldn't you be talking like that? You already got a case pending. Why are you looking like a creepo? And they could use that against you in a court of law. You know what I mean? So I think you're kind of incriminating yourself even more by acting like this on television. So that with that, and then Trisha, well, I'm calling her Trisha Toofus. What is going on with her? She was looking kind of crazy with the eyeballs bulging every time they went to a commercial. It was just crazy. I was just like, this is all we got, and this is supposed to be Black excellence. Like, come on, we gotta do better. We gotta do a little bit better, step it up a little bit more. I mean, this is turning into like Bell Collective 2 or something. I don't know. It's going in that direction.
Latrice was at the wedding.
Yeah, I saw that. So now that we're gonna have crossovers now. Like, what's going on? I don't understand. It's starting to look. It's a mess.
Yeah,
it really is.
All right.
So everybody enjoy your day.
You too, Danny. Thank you for calling in.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye. Even when I was in DC, everyone would introduce themselves by their real name, and they're like, "Oh, but my name on YouTube is something else." All you and your aliases. Let me say thank you, Mr. Melon Magic. Mr. Melon Magic says, what man has a weapon of mass destruction to y'all? What? Always something filthy. It is Sunday. Okay, I'm gonna need you to focus on the Lord. Okay. All right. Last minute thoughts on Love and Marriage Huntsville season finale. It was just okay. It did not feel like a season finale, but it does feel like the longest season ever that we've been watching, because we already know that this was technically a part of season 8. Apparently, it's actually season 5. I don't know. I can't keep up. I don't know what's going on over there at OWN, and Carlos's production is feeling ghetto. Okay. It's feeling ghetto. In regards to how you guys film, and I don't know what those contracts are looking like, but we did hear that Love and Marriage DC will be filming a new season. Don't know who will be a part of that cast besides Joy and Clifton. It seems as Joy and Clifton will be returning, and I'm like, that's not any reason for me to watch, but we shall see. The DMV always shows up for me, so if it's worth watching, you guys will always let me know, and then we will possibly recap it. We completely ignored Detroit, but y'all told me it was bad. Okay. Sidebar, speaking of bad, have you guys watched Netflix's Wags to Riches? I've already been instructed I don't have to watch it, and all I've seen is terrible reviews on this reality show and the colorism of it all that's happened. I was like, oh, good for me. I don't need to watch it. Let me go finish watching Young, Famous, and African, and I'll talk about that this week. But what? Okay. Wags to Riches. Apparently, you can skip it, y'all, for those that wanted to know. And if you were going to ask me if I'm going to watch and recap it, no. None of you asked, though, thankfully. Good look, none of you asked.
Sorry. I love you.
Anyways, I appreciate you all being here. Thank you guys so much for over 1,054 likes. We still have almost 1,900 of you watching though. So if you haven't liked the video, right, be sure to like the video. Be sure to follow us on Twitch, Twitter, and on Blue Sky. That's where we're posting a lot of stuff as well. And shout out to our King's Guards and our channel members. Become a member today at TheKempire.com/join. And don't forget, look. Oh, Special K said, I plan on introducing myself as Special K. Thank you. Go get yourself some for Valentine's Day. Sprinkle cookies. I'm going to go eat these. I'm going to go have a solid meal first, though. And then I'm going to have that as dessert. Okay. Guys, I will see you all in the next one. I hope you guys have a great rest of your Sunday. Don't forget, tomorrow we will be live for our Real Housewives of Potomac and Married to Medicine recaps. Black Mondays are back.
Sorry. I love you.
Okay, bye, y'all.
Here we go now.